happening? Microphone check 1 2. What's going on?
2. LL, Lauren. LL, Spence. Everybody say hi to LL. It is so good to have you.
I'm glad to be here.
I lead off. You and I have talked, I don't know, 6, 8 times, 10 times,
Maybe more.
And I always bring this up for those of you who do not know. Our very first celebrity guest ever, and our very first big donation ever at Toy Drive, $5,000 in the middle of the night from LL Cool J. Back in 1999. And can I tell you, Toy Drive has now gotten, $5,000, and we thought, oh my God, that we'll never see anything like this ever again in our lives. And now, this past year, we filled 18 53-foot Walmart trucks full of toys. We had 3,280 bikes, and we had $268,000 in cash and gift cards.
Have a round of applause for them.
No.
That's what it's about.
I always say, people say, how did you know, and how did you think that this was ever going to take off like that? And I knew the night that you showed up. Billboard Music Awards were here in December then, and our boy who used to be on the show, Danger Boy, come up to you half in the bag, and it was like, LL, you gotta go, he's in a tent, and you were like, what?
He was feeling it a little bit, yeah.
And you were like, okay, I'm in, and the guy comes over and he's knocking on the tent, and we actually had actual security there then. We didn't have our people there all night, we had security, and the guy's like, Mr. Chet, and I'm like, Mr. Chet, LL Cool J, we thought you were coming by in the morning. And it was midnight.
That was unbelievable.
And there you were. You were right there outside the tent.
You went out there and did it, though.
And I was in my chonies.
That's cool.
That was it. So it's good to have you here.
Glad to be here.
Brand new record?
Yeah. I got a brand new album, and having a lot of fun with it. And I've been performing it. Just being on Kings of the Mic tour has been really crazy. And I just wanted to get like a lot of great musicians on the album. So. I didn't want to follow the normal trend of just trying to get, whoever the 10 current rappers are, and just throw them on the album and kind of fool people into some sort of formulaic process of striving to be relevant. I felt like, I took a cue from like Prince's book, which is, it may not necessarily be the most trendy, but it makes the most sense artistically. And so I went and got Eddie Van Halen and Seal and Fits and the Tantrums and Bootsy Collins and Snoop Dogg and Earth, Wind and Fire and Charlie Wilson and just Babyface and just artists that people haven't heard a lot recently, but they're some of the greatest artists in the world. And I put them on this album so that when people put this record in their car, when they download it, when they listen to it, they could just be amazed by the quality of the music, not the fact that I have the tactical skill and know-how to follow a trend.
We came to Parties a single, and I think what we all want to know is it Snoop Dogg or Snoop Lion? I don't know what.
Well, it's funny. We Came to Party really isn't really the single. It's just a song I kind of put out.
Okay.
But we brought the dog out for that for sure.
Okay, so he didn't correct you. Go, I'm sorry, it's Snoop Lion.
He didn't. No. He definitely ain't saying it in that type of tone. He didn't articulate it like that for sure.
No. I know that we had a lot of people here that had questions for LL, and we want to make sure that we get to all those questions. You were raising your hands quickly earlier. Tammy, you're up first. Go.
Of all the songs that you've done, what is your favorite?
That's man, you got to come to the tour. It changes from night to night. I mean, Do It In is always one of my favorites, but it changes from night to night. I swear to you.
That's probably really because I was like, I don't even know what my favorite would be. And it changes from time to time.
It changes. It's like movies. It's like anything. Yeah. When you have a big body of work, it's different from having. It's easy when you got a couple of albums. What's your favorite song?
Yeah, right. Okay, well here's the question that everybody probably always asks as well, but I really do want to know. What would you rather have? Would you rather have another Grammy, or would you rather have an Oscar?
Oh wow. Well, I would have to choose an Oscar because I don't have one.
Yeah.
And it's always about challenging yourself and taking it to the next level. But that being said, it doesn't mean that music isn't my first love. The more Grammys, the merrier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm with that 100%. And that's why I love hosting it. That's why I enjoy just being a part of music and just that's why I put together a record like I put together, because I felt like hip hop culture could kind of move. I mean, times have changed. Things are different now. A lot of people into dance music. A lot of people into a lot of other things. So if you're gonna do this, then you got to make it special. You know what I'm saying?
If you do win an Oscar though, you got to go to your real name. Curtis,
Why is that?
Curtis Jackson, he's an actor.
Does Curtis Jackson have an Oscar? I don't know. No, I don't have to. I could be LL Cool J to get an Oscar. I think if I could be LL Cool J on NCIS Los Angeles, I could do it.
Chris Bridges is in that Fast and Furious movie.
Nah, I'll be alright.
Yeah, as far as the rap game, being an old school dude, a lot of people today say hip hop is dead. What is your opinion?
Well, I mean, I think that, hip hop being at the forefront of pop music, there's some truth in that, but it's not always about being trendy. I mean, the reality is, man, that there is a career beyond being a teen pop idol or being the current it thing. I mean, that's always cool to do, and I've done that, and I did it very well, but there is a career beyond that. I mean, you could, ask the Rolling Stones. I mean, there are a lot of groups out there that I could point to that just shows you that you can have a career beyond that moment when, you're at the epicenter and it's whatever it is. So for me, I feel great about my career. I'm doing something that no rap artist has ever done. I mean, even the guys that are the most popular in the world have been out half the time as that I've been out. So it's like to be able to be relevant, to be able to have these kind of events and have these and talk to you guys and still be able to touch you with my music and have a tour. That's, for me, is amazing.
That's really cool. And she's in the back. She's like, "Can you touch me right now?" Which is really funny. It's LL Cool J, which at Buchanan in the Morning Zoo. It's not a private set. She's trying to yell over me, and I'm the one with the mic right now.
Well, he said that she
You're
could
not gonna
touch
be a
me.
teenager forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how the game goes. You'll find out.
By the way, it's not a private session.
Oh, I've been calling it his private session.
Private session?
I'm ridiculous. I have a question about the tour because you're with Ice Cube, and we talked to him a few days ago.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how grumpy he looks all the time. I want to know any secrets about Ice Cube, like the real Ice
Secrets
Cube.
about Ice Cube?
Is he really grumpy all the time because he really does look mad?
I tell you one thing, when you come to that tour, he tears the stage up. Public Enemy tears the stage up. De La Soul tears it up. I can tell you right now that this Kings of the Mic tour is probably the most entertaining hip hop tour that'll be out all summer. That's for sure.
Because like, everybody who knows what they're doing.
It's just that's part of it. And I think it's just these particular guys, this group of guys, really know how to perform and give a show. And it's not about. So even if you don't know the music, even if it's over your head, even if you like this one more than this one, it doesn't even matter. You will love the show. The show is great.
People have known for years a PE show, even if you didn't like
Unbelievable.
it, they'll blow your mind. De La Soul, even if you didn't know their music,
Unbelievable.
It will blow your mind.
It's the most exciting tour of the summer.
Who else has a question? Hi, what's your name?
My name is Alba, and I wanted to tell you that I think a lot of us not only admire you for your music and your acting career, but because you're a great family man. So what advice do you tell us working parents? You leave your kids and you're on the road and you're filming. What do you tell them? Because this one gives me a hard time when I have to go to work night shifts. So tell me, what do you tell them when you're on the road?
Well, I tell them, always that, dreams don't have deadlines, and you can do anything that you put your mind to if you work hard at it and if you believe. But that being said, it comes with work. Like there's a little saying that I have on the set. I tell everybody, and at the house, teamwork makes the dream work. So we got to work together. And part of succeeding and part of becoming successful is knowing that you will have to make sacrifices. And also part of being successful is understanding that there are some blessings that are needed, there's some grace that's needed, there's some luck that's needed. You can't get arrogant and think that you're so skillful and talented that you're doing it all on your own. So you're gonna have to be willing to get out there and work and dedicate yourself to whatever it is you're doing if you want to take your life to the next level in any field. I mean, you have to be willing to put the work in.
By the way, dibs on the tweet. Dreams don't have deadlines, and teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
That's mine. Thank you very much.
But you and I have something in common, and that is,
What? What do you have in common?
Well, I'm excited to hear what this is.
the ladies are always throwing game at us.
Oh, okay.
Don't laugh. Hey, don't laugh. That's hurtful.
I feel you.
So,
I
That hurt. But how do you how do you keep
Man, listen.
how do you keep away?
Look, I'm the man who was single-handedly able to. Yeah, right. Look, you gotta live life one day at a time. And at the end of the day, a man is supposed to take care of his family, and that's what's important. I mean, let he who hath not sinned cast the first stone. And the only guy I know that walked on water was a couple of thousand years ago. So I just think it's really important that a man takes care of his family, takes care of his kids, and is responsible in his life. You know what I'm saying? And beyond that, I can't tell people to be perfect because I don't know if that's possible. But you should take care of your family 100%.
Hello, this is Sheet Metal Bob. He has a question for you.
Cool.
Now, I know your lady's working, right across the street. And I was kind of wondering if you would ever think about collaborating with her to have a show here for us in Vegas for long-term engagement.
What?
I think we're all confused.
Who are you talking about?
Well, who was his lady?
He doesn't know. But
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, who would be your dream collaboration?
I'm all over that right now. I'll be calling her after the show. Yes. After this, I'm gonna call her, get on the line, done deal. Done deal.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know. It's all love. It's all
Final question.
Obviously you are well known around the world, so out of all the countries you've been to, what's your favorite and why?
Oh, wow.
America.
Well, of course it's America, but I think it's something outside of America. You know what? I had a lot of fun. I mean, I've had some unbelievable concerts in Africa, crazy concerts in Paris. I mean, it's hard to say.
Do you still pull all the ladies up on stage? Because I've never seen you not do it.
Sometimes I do. I absolutely do. Yeah, I like it to be an interactive experience. A little interacting.
They like it too.
Well, you know what I mean? Little interactive experience ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Final question plus one.
Yo.
Congratulations on your new album.
Thank you.
Career, but, I want to know, did that guy get his mitts on you when you beat his broke his neck? And
oh man.
Tell the story. Tell the story. Well, your house got broken into, right?
Yeah, I can't. Well, it's still stuff going on, but put it this way, you don't want to have a fight with your underwear at 1 a.m. You know what I mean? That's not exactly a sweet way to get woken up out of your sleep, right? With a little alarm and it was like, I mean, it's an old movie, but I felt like I was in Penitentiary 2 or something. Hey, get him, Dad! It's bananas, So, it was wild. It was wild.
I got a question for all of you guys.
Try it.
How much do you love LL Cool J?
I love that, and I love you. I love you.
It's her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
She turned 40. I gotta get a microphone. She turned 40 today. It's her birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. And you got tears for your birthday.
Happy birthday, baby.
Hey, I have a question. Spence, just really quick.
Super Spence.
Because Lauren isn't quite close enough, but I'm just curious. No, over here. Hang on. Go over there. Right there. Right there, the birthday girl.
Hi.
How does he smell?
He smells wonderful.
That's funny. That's good. I appreciate that.
Describe it.
Describe.
I've loved you since way back when, and I turned 41 this year.
Thank you.
And I just really wanted to see you, and my daughter-in-law brought me to see you.
It's good to see you. I appreciate it. It's a lot of love. It makes work good.
It's just not going to get it any better than this. I'll ask you one more time. How much do you love LL Cool J? I love you more. Private session in Studio 985 with 98.5 KLUC. Thanks y'all for being here.
One last thing.
What?
Can I have some of that food?
Yes! Teriyaki Madness! Send it up! Okay, here's how the pictures are going to work, y'all. Here's how the pictures are going to work. Going in the order that you're already in, okay? So don't try and push or shove or whatever. But we're going to start here, and we're going to work our way around. So you guys are going to start heading this direction. But the pictures